I wanted to give you a little update about the writing that I'm doing. The last time we talked, I had found, I hadn't gotten a notebook yet for the new book that I'm writing. And so I had notes all over the house. And the book that I'm working on is sort of a mystery slash a psychological thriller. And so I had somewhat scary notes written all over the house, and I would just find them in random places. And the note that really scared me was a list of things that could be bad, do bad things to people. And so I finally made it to the store and got a notebook. But I did want to tell you about the book that I had been working on. It's really important to me as someone who is disabled to find representation in literature, and that's a really hard thing to do. We're finding more and more of it. It's happening a lot in the independent, in the indie author field, which I am really happy to see. And that may be the route that I go as well. I don't know, because I'm not at any point close to doing any type of seeking publication. I worked maybe 10 months on the book that I finished, but I realized when I got to the end, I had done maybe 4 or 5 rounds of editing on it. And I realized when I got done with that last round of editing that I didn't have the skill that I needed to tell the story that I wanted to tell. And that was a really hard thing to admit and to accept. But that story that I wanted to tell was really important to me. So I had to shelve it. And I'm going to work on this other story that I'm also interested in, and then come back to the other story. And I may not come back to it for a couple of books. For me, the writing process is the fun part. Even if I never publish anything, writing is the fun part. So for me, I can write a million things, and then that's fine. I've probably written, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 books before the one that I just finished. That one was the one I felt like I really wanted to pursue. But again, when I got finished with it, it just wasn't the story. I just didn't have the skill to tell it yet. And just like anything, you have to practice in order to improve your skill. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting it aside. I had to admit that I wasn't there yet. I need to develop some skills. I'm not entirely sure what skills they are yet, but I'm going to practice with another one and maybe even a second one before I go back and read it. It's a completely different genre than I've written in before, and it's more of a dystopian novel, and I don't do a lot of that. So I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit and then go back and look at it. But it's hard sometimes to admit that you don't have everything in your toolbox that you need. But I put it aside and I'm going to come back to it. And in the meantime, I'm going to put all of my scary notes in one place. So hopefully, as my family moves around the house, the notes are less scary. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.